Good evening and welcome to Cathedral City High School's 27th commencement ceremony, honoring the graduating class of 2020. My name is Sean Neal, ASB President and your program MC. We are here to celebrate the achievements of 366 of the Valley's finest students, the Cathedral City High School class of 2020. At this time, 2020 graduate Nathan Carlin will sing the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
We will begin this evening's speeches with Angel Sebastian Quiroz and Annika Chandel delivering our Salutatorian's messages.
Good evening, faculty and staff of Cathedral City High School, families, friends, and of course, the beautiful and outstanding graduates of the graduating class of 2020. Seniors, congratulations on overcoming a milestone of your adolescent years. We finally made it. First, to my parents, I thank you for your unconditional love and support, for always guiding me in making the right decisions and never giving up on your uncle. Your hard work in raising me is the only reason I am up here, and for that, I thank you, Mama and Papa. To all the amazing teachers and administration, we thank you for your endless support and guidance as we stumble to make some of the most important decisions regarding our futures. With all the wisdom you have provided to us, we will be entering the real world as hardworking and trustworthy individuals. To my amazing band director, Mr. Howe, I thank you for building such a wonderful program, one that allows students to experience the powerful, positive, and emotional connection one can have with music. My fellow IB diploma candidates, the ride these past 2 years was definitely bumpy, but we overcame all adversities. My family always says that Kanika had to come into this world with me as I was too scared to do it by myself. I am here today because of the unconditional love and support Kanika has provided me with. She is truly my #1 supporter in everything I do and have the pleasure of continuing on my journey after high school alongside her. Class of 2020, I have seen you all grow as hardworking individuals who never settle for less and continue to strive to be the best version of themselves, persevering through massive uncertainties. We initially did not know the difficulties that would come alongside high school, but we survived it all. Late night home sport games, application deadlines, senioritis, and just recently, COVID-19. No matter what your desired paths are after high school, you are the people that will enter the workforce as our future activists, nurses, doctors, lawyers, teachers, musicians, servicemen and women, and more. I could not be more honored to be graduating with such a dynamic group of students, class of 2020. Since we are now going to make decisions for ourselves and our futures, I tell you all to never let the words of others discourage you from accomplishing your own goals. I understand that we spend much time reviewing the highlight reels and successes of others, which draws us into an uneasy mindset. It is typical for us to get discouraged as we at times do not gain an immediate result, and as we move on into our individual paths, I urge you all to never fall short. Always move past your falls and use them as learning opportunities, as what you truly want in life will never come easy. It is your future, and no one takes that from you. However, it is solely up to you to take the initiative in setting up your path to success. I thank Kathy, Jerry, Nathan, Nicole, Maggie, Lucy, Rogelio, Varsity Star Eric, my brothers Eli and Sumit, Zyrene, my compa, our royalty king and queen, Hamed and Kanika, my amazing band family, and my entire highbrow section for making my high school musical. I wish you all nothing but the best in your future endeavors. Class of 2020, you are my greatest thanks, and once again, congratulations. Thank you.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in, and thank you, Comadre Annika Shandel, for the heartwarming speech. Again, I'd like to welcome you to our 2020 senior celebration. Although this is nowhere close to a suitable substitution to our regular graduation, I hope we can all be grateful for what has been put together during these restricting times. Seniors, it's finally time to leave behind the walls of Cathedral City High School. Some of you will move on to higher education, while others will be moving directly into the workforce. Whichever path you take after high school, you might say to yourself, I've got a bad feeling about this. You will face challenges that will demoralize you. When you face those challenges, remember what got you through high school. I think we all got by with a little help from our friends. Well, more than a little help. Bernard Meltzer once said, a friend is someone who understands your past, believes in your future, and accepts you just the way you are. We are about to leave our friends, meaning we're going to have to make new ones, and it's not as easy as making friends on Facebook. Find someone who Meltzer described. It won't matter if you remember the quadratic formula or how many liters are in a gallon, as long as you learned the meaning of friendship. Y para todos mis hispanos, ustedes saben que la familia es muy importante, pero acuérdense que los amigos verdaderos son familia. Sin amigos nunca hubiera podido superar mis desafíos. Sin ellos mi vida en la secundaria hubiera estado tan más aburrida. Gracias por todos sus esfuerzos. I'd like to thank all the teachers and administration for everything they've done this year. Fellow students and parents, thank you for being a part of my high school endeavor. To my friends, thank you for putting up with me. To my family, thank you for all your support. And to my mom, thank you for everything. You're the best mom anyone could ever have. Without you, I couldn't be here. I wish I had more time to speak about my friends and all of my memories about high school and the accompanying embarrassing stories I experienced. I'll leave you with this one quote from A.A. Milne's famous character, Winnie the Pooh. If ever there's tomorrow when we're not together, there is something you must always remember. You are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. But the most important thing is, even if we're apart, I'll always be with you. Again, thank you for listening, and congratulations, class of 2020.
At this time, we will have a performance by the CCHS Symphony Band and the CCHS Chamber Singers performing America the Beautiful. Next, we will look back at our cap and gown delivery, our first drive-through event, and hear from a few teachers and our principal, Mr. Guillermo Chavez.
smiling faces, wonderful kids. We got great kids at the school. They're fabulous students. They're all working hard.
Congrats 2020. I know this isn't how you thought it was going to end, but you should be really proud of yourselves. You're going to go do great things. Don't be strangers. Come back. Much love and good luck.
Class of 2020, it's Mr. Howe. I just want to tell you that congratulations and that I love you, and I wish you nothing but the best in the future. And I was so glad that many of you were part of the music program here at Cathedral City, and I will miss you, and best of luck to you in the future. Go Lions.
Hey, class of 2020, good luck out there. I want to give a special shout out to my yearbook seniors. I love you guys, and I hope you do great things.
Seniors, this is certainly not how we thought we were going to end your 4 years at high school here at Cathedral City High School. I want to say to you, all the efforts and all the influence and the impact that you've had on our campus isn't defined by what's currently happening in our community. What you've done for our school over the last 4 years will be remembered and has lasting impact. All the rallies, all the friendship, all the games, all the good and the bad times that we've shared together for almost entirely 4 years. We're going to miss you incredibly and wish you all the best. I know many of you have been already becoming adults by assisting your family and moving into the workforce and making decisions for going to college and getting ready. We're very proud of you. I want to say this also. When this is all over, and it will be all over, we're going to have a celebration because I owe you that. We're going to have some sort of celebration where we invite you back, and I know many of you will be at college. We'll do it at a time when you're back from college so that you have an opportunity to get together with your fellow Lions and say goodbye to this high school. We're going to miss you. We love you, and you will never be forgotten. Thank you.
Next, we'll hear from Valedictorian Celia Guinan. Following Celia, we will hear from Senior Class President Angeli Illustrissimo.
Who here wants to talk about COVID? Yeah, me neither. It's already taken so much from us. Our school, our graduation, our time with friends. There is a sentiment of loss echoing throughout the student body, which is important to acknowledge. But instead of dwelling upon it, let's instead talk about the opportunity that time at home has provided. The thing about these events, these troubles, is that it reveals what is most important to us. We have our family, we have our friends, and we have our teachers, who are sometimes both of the above. Thanks to all of you, we are successfully graduating today. My mom had sent me a poem supposedly written early in the late 19th century depicting the effects of the Spanish influenza upon society. People stayed home, and people began to think differently, and people healed. The universe is rather creative. It is a master messenger, sending us blessings in disguise. We may curse it at first. The world is unfair, we scream towards the sky. With all that has happened recently, it is a sentiment that we have all shared. But instead of dwelling on what we cannot change, let us take the time that we have been given to enjoy our lives, just the simple pleasures that make us feel alive. Bask in the warm glow of the sun. Read something new. Do what you have always wanted to do but never had time for, because if this isn't that time, I don't know when is. And the more potentially annoying it is to your neighbors, the better. While I am certain that none of my friends wanted to hear me play the violin, I thank you for listening to my audio messages anyway. I'm sorry. Most graduation speeches make a point to talk about the future. The truth is, we don't know what's going to happen. The future is just a massive question mark at the moment. Those of us going to college don't know what our living situation will look like, much less our classes. Those entering the workforce are unsure if they will have jobs to go to. Perhaps the Z of our generation will come to stand for Zoom, as some have suggested. But as time continues to tick on, we can be certain of one thing. We will eventually figure this mess out. Our lives will eventually return to normal, even if it takes a while. And even after we return, to work, to school, to our everyday lives, let's continue to explore, to innovate, to achieve, to be happy. Our teachers, our families, and our friends helped to light the way even when it grew too dark to see. They were there, guiding us forward, and occasionally sideways, but never back. Today, we are moving on, a million paths before us. Well, not today. We're all still at home. But at some point, we will progress. If there is anything you take away from the speech, let it be that we will always find a way to move forward with the support systems we have built. We have graduated high school. we will move past COVID, and we will travel along our individual paths to an even brighter future. I wish I could thank all of the people who guided me towards my own path. However, a few stand out distinctly. My parents, who helped me to develop a sense of individualism and purpose without being helicopter parents. My tennis coaches, Charlie, Coach Burkell, and Coach Becky, who persisted in transforming me into a better player despite the technical difficulties. And all of my teachers deserve recognition. But in particular, I would like to thank Mr. Liu for always maintaining a smile, even when working through a few of my more terrible essays, and Mr. Carver and Mrs. Mueller, who both served as the perfect mix of history teacher, life coach, and babysitter for both myself and several of my classmates. And to my friends who took the Be Nice Dude motto of our school to heart. It meant a lot to me. Thank you. I wish you all the best of luck on your adventures.
Hello, I'm Angela Melish-Gismo, this year's senior class president. The class of 2020 is simply too memorable, for a variety of reasons. Looking back to the last 4 years of our lives, all I can do is reminisce and laugh about all the memories we were able to make together. I'd like to go back to our freshman year, when we entered high school like deer in the headlights. We did not know each other very well, nor did we have much experience. I mean, we did put floats on a float for the homecoming parade. However, it gave us an opportunity to make friendships unlike before and gain the knowledge we need to carry out into our future. This was the year where we began to establish the individuals that we are today. Moving on to our sophomore year, we began to see our school breaking records and achieving new heights as we began to breathe in what we love doing. Along the way, we may or may not have spent a lot of our time into Fortnite as well. Now, here comes our junior year, our so-called most difficult year of our high school careers. I remember all of the late nights spent in Lou's room as we hectically finished our essays and the amount of games of Speed and Egyptian War that was played in Mueller's room during lunch. And the time Felina collected the Heel Junior's anatomy packets without notice, knowing no one did it, and we yelled junior year is a scam for every inconvenience that followed. And now, our senior year, the most unforgettable year of all. But let's address the elephant in the room, the coronavirus pandemic, also known as Miss Rona herself. I remember weeks leading up to senior year, I was so elated like everyone else was that this would be the best year of our high school careers. All of us were stoked about finally concluding this chapter of our lives and being able to look up at the sky with all the fireworks at the end of our graduation ceremony, signifying that we have made it. However, so unexpectedly, everything that we had been looking forward to was shipped away from us. Who knew that our last day of seeing each other would be on March 13th? We never got to say our final goodbyes to our teachers, nor did we ever get to close out our high school careers like every other class did. We never got to experience the balloon drop at our last rally, nor did we ever get to see the 0 on the senior countdown. Now, if we look back, last year's senior class president mentioned the tragedy of Bus 5, not making it to grad bash, but to think that they had it bad was a complete understatement. However, despite these recent events, it has given us the opportunity to reconnect with those we love and reflect on what we have done and what we have to do. Plus, we finally indulged ourselves into the infamous TikTok, having all the time in the world to learn Savage, Super Lonely, and all other sorts of dances. We were still able to have that closure we earned and experience the excitement we felt as we rolled down our windows and waved at our teachers during the drive-in. We may not have had the chance to end our high school years with a traditional graduation ceremony, but we still got to end on a high note, knowing everything we have accomplished and the possibilities in our upcoming future. However, the goals we have set out for ourselves would not have been able to accomplish if it weren't for the loved ones in our lives. With that being said, I would like to express my gratitude towards those I love. To my dad, my mom, my grandparents, my uncle, and my siblings. Thank you for teaching me what hard work and discipline entails. Although I may give you headaches sometimes, you have always believed in me, knowing that I can push myself to do more and be better every day. Salamat kayo sa walay katapusan ng pagigumo ug suporta. Gihigumo kita. To Mr. Howe and the CCHS Bands program, I want to thank you for welcoming me with open arms and giving me the opportunity to represent and perform with CCHS in places that are simply unimaginable to do what I love most, sharing artistry. Thank you for being such a loving family who is beyond passionate for what they do and for your unconditional love and support. To Mr. Howell, my senior class counsel, Leonardo Rincon, Bianca Cisneros, Yvonne Benitez, and the associated student body, thank you for making every morning and every day as bright as possible. I've learned what being a leader is genuinely about while building friendships and having fun along the way. I would not want to go to class at 6:55 every morning with anybody else. So thank you for all that you do for our school and for me. To the Heal Academy and HOSA, thank you for preparing me to pursue my post-secondary education and to ultimately pursue a healthcare profession. Being in this program solidified my decision of pursuing healthcare to fulfill my purpose of healing. my gratitude goes out to you. A special thanks to Adriana Oliva, Daniela Castillo, and Sean Neal, also known as the Rat Pack, for showing me the true definition of friendship. During my worst downfalls and best triumphs, they have seen it all, and they have been with me every step of the way, always cheering me on and making me laugh hysterically. To all of Cathedral City High School staff and administration, thank you for allowing me to flourish as a student, a musician, a leader, a future healthcare professional, and an overall individual. I owe many of my successes to you as you have nurtured me throughout these past 4 years. Thank you for all the time, effort, and patience you have invested into me and to our school. Because of you, I'm able to attend the University of California, Irvine to pursue a post-secondary education in the fall. And to all the parents and guardians, I want to thank you for always encouraging your children to strive for their goals and to fulfill all their ambitions and aspirations. Without your guidance, your love, and your support, we certainly cannot be where we are today. Ustedes han tenido un impacto positivo en todos nosotros y esperamos haberlos hecho sentir orgullosos. Gracias por todo lo que hacen por nosotros. To the class of 2020, I want to thank you for allowing me to serve you as your class president and for helping me and the senior class officers make this year unforgettable. If no one has told you yet, Cathedral City High School and your parents are very proud of you, and I'm very proud of you. Whether you're pursuing a collegiate education, going into the workforce, or pursuing a different route, I would like to recognize all the hard work you have invested into these past 4 years and congratulate you on this lifetime achievement. As we step into this new chapter of our lives, I ask that you carry this advice into your adulthood and beyond. 1. Cherish every moment. Like we have already experienced, we never really know how long every moment will last. So hug your friends a little tighter, say I love you to those you love wholeheartedly, and live every day as though it may be your last. Everything will come to an end and initiate a new beginning. So hold on to this moment with all your might and appreciate every second of it. 2. Ask for help. Our entire lifetime is dedicated to learning new things every day, inside and outside of the classroom. So seek wisdom from others. However, do not forget to help others. Especially during this time of need and onward, we have to make sure we are sharing the love across our community and to continuously spread kindness by offering a helping hand. 3. Never lose hope. I'm sure this is not the first inconvenience we have, and sure this will not be our last, but we shall always keep our heads high. Although it is a little strange for our graduation to be held on an online platform, we can still celebrate our accomplishments without the form of a proper graduation. Our lives will continue to move forward, and hopefully everything will return normal once we step into the lives of college students and forward. Never forget these pieces of advice when stepping into the next chapters of our lives. It is the foundation of setting ourselves up for success and achieving everything we have strived for. Class of 2020, I want to thank you for the resilience, love, tenacity, and kindness you have given to me, the school, and all of those around you. You are the future, and I'm certain that each and every one of you will positively impact our society in the years to come. Congratulations, we have made it, and I'm immensely proud of each and every one of you. Thank you.
At this time, we will hear messages from PSUSD Board President, Mr. John Girardi, Board Clerk, Mrs. Karen Cornett, Board Member, Mr. Richard Clapp, Board Member, Mrs. Madonna Jarrell, and Board Member, Mr. Timothy S. Wood. Following their messages, the moment we have all been waiting for, Superintendent Dr. Sandra Lyon, acceptance and certification of the graduating class of 2020.
Hey, class of 2020, congratulations on your tremendous success. We are all so happy and proud of you. You've overcome some real obstacles this year that other classes haven't had to endure. I encourage you to sit back, relax a little bit, and enjoy the moment because this is your moment. We wish you much success in your life. Go out and conquer the world.
Congratulations to the graduating class of 2020. Your family, friends, and school community are very proud of your accomplishments. I wish you a very successful and safe future filled with much happiness.
Class of 2020, you were already unique with just your class year, 2020. And now you stand out for all time because of something you had nothing to do with. Your task is to make this class memorable for what you do, not for what was done to you. As you can see, our world needs a lot of help. Make us proud.
To our esteemed 2020 Palm Springs Unified School District graduates, you are the scholars who have not been silenced or stifled by a world pandemic. You are the members of a passionate generation who are keeping your heads held high and ready to move forward. You are our resilient, unique leaders who will provide hope and strength for your children and future generations. And you are the class of 2020, the brave, the bold, and the brightest.
Hello, 2020 graduates. William Shakespeare once said, "Some people are born to greatness, some people achieve greatness, and others have it thrust upon them." Well, you've really been put in the position this year of having it thrust upon you. But I know that all of you are going to do a spectacular job. You're going to rise to the challenge, you're going to start businesses, you're going to start a new career, you're going to start families, and you're going to start college. And you're going to do a great job at it. Congratulations to every one of you.
Principal Chavez, on behalf of the Board of Education, it is my pleasure and honor to accept and certify the graduating class of Cathedral City High School as having met the course, credit, and grade point average requirements to be graduates of Palm Springs Unified School District. Congratulations, Cathedral City High School, class of 2020.
The graduating class of 2020 recognizes all the faculty and staff members here at Cathedral City High School. We truly appreciate everything you have done to encourage and promote our successes. You are the driving force behind Lions Pride achievement. At this time, Mrs. Julia Barch, Assistant Principal, and Mr. Todd Diliberto, Assistant Principal, will begin the reading of the names for the class of 2020.
Carolina Acosta.
Cyrone Angelo Perengao Agbayani.
Gabrielle Yvonne Valverde Agriam.
Nathan Alonzo Aguiar.
Justin Aguirre.
Alyssa Marie Icepero.
Katie Jeanette Alcantar.
Faustino Alcaraz.
Amelia Ashley Altamirano Navarro.
Diego Adrian Alvarez.
Michael Jesse Alvarez.
Jacqueline Alvarez Salinas.
Lizette Alverdine.
Christina Arcos.
Diego Jose Arevalo.
Gabriel Christopher Arnoldson.
Milion Edmund Serrano Arocha.
Randall Clayton Atkins Jr.
Nikita Beth Austin.
Catherine Avila.
Christina Isabel Aviles Palencia.
Jacqueline Esmeralda Ayala Galvan.
Roman Bacamitrios.
Jesus Eduardo Banderas.
Daniela Guadalupe Banderas Galvan.
Francisco Banos Alonso.
Leslie Giselle Barajas Osegueda.
Charles Nathan Basham.
Natasha May Batelier de Villa.
Natalie Joy Batelier de Villa.
Michelle Bautista.
Jose Luis Becerra.
Emmanuel Becerra Aranda.
Evelyn Beltran Martinez.
Yvonne Benitez Barbosa.
Erica Danielle Berg.
Manuela Nelly Bermudez.
Willard Anthony Bentoncourt.
Jamie Robert Allegrid Blancaflor.
Stephen Michael Boschool.
Jasmine Antonia Bucio.
Angelica Bustos.
Javier Alonso Cabrera Luera.
Melina Alejandra Calderon Valenzuela.
Giselle Camacho.
Jasmine Guadalupe Camarena Lopez.
Christina Cambron.
Fatima Vanessa Campos.
Casey Jelani Canis.
Cynthia Osegueda Canizales.
Jocelyn Canseco Garcia.
Abraham Efrain Cardenas.
Erica Marie Cardona.
Anessa Jordan Carhart.
Nathan Ignacio Carlin,
Kendra Angela Carrera,
Maria Refugio Castaneda,
Juan Francisco Castanon,
Cassandra Castellanos,
Natalia Jasmine Castellon,
Daniela Guadalupe Castillo,
Isabel Monique Castillo,
Elliot Armando Castillo de la Cruz,
Harmony Christine Castro,
Clarissa Oliveras Cervantes,
Laura Avilia Cervantes,
Rosalinda Cervantes,
Claudia Chavez,
Elijah Armando Chavez,
Evelyn Chavez,
Monica Tatiana Chavez,
Emilio Tomas Chio,
Dennis Omar Cho Sigil,
Bianca Denise Cisneros,
Sloan Michaela Cole,
Shania P. Coloma,
Ernie J. Jackson Cordero,
Alexis Eduardo Corona Rojo,
Bunny James Cortez,
Cesar Alejandro Cortez Reyes,
Elizabeth Covarrubias,
Sedona Ann Suzu Cruz,
Brianna Evelyn Cruz Espinoza,
Carla Lizeth Cruz Mena,
Casey Paula Quawe,
Daisy Emily Quawizo,
Kevin Benigno Cuevas,
Joseph Robert De Leon,
Abel Perez Diaz,
Emma Renee Diaz,
Ivan Amado Diaz,
Jonathan Stephen Diaz,
Kaylee Christina Diaz,
Araceli Genevieve Dominguez,
Belinda Giselle Durantes Garcia,
Madison Naomi Eanes,
Elijah Matthew Egerton,
Mohammed Juma Eid,
Jasmine Marie Ellender,
Andrew Enriquez,
Annabelle Esparza,
Crystal Marie Espino,
Irma Alexandra Espinoza,
Salma Yamila Esquivel,
David Estrada,
Alexandra Fajardo,
Rebecca Felix,
Jose Ignacio Fernandez,
Jose Ignacio Fernandez Rocha,
Alexis Denise Flores,
Arath Yerisariel Flores,
Daisy Melissa Flores,
Jenny Elena Flores Larin,
Estefania Franco Alcala,
Marianne Franz,
Matthew Lamar Frazier,
Natalie Araceli Galarza,
Alejandro Gallardo,
Alberto Gallegos,
Kimberlyn Galvan,
Marilyn Galvan,
Andres Garcia,
Angel Ben Garcia,
Cecilia Araceli Garcia,
Dominic Stebbins Garcia,
Sebastian Marcelo Garcia,
Zion Roman Garcia,
Yulissa Marisol Garcia Carayas,
Nicole Garcia Castillo,
Aaron Alejandro Garcia Ovale,
Fernando Garduño,
Jesus Tomas Gastelum Segovia,
Jesus Miguel Gaitan,
Yensi Liseth Gochez Jovel,
Eduardo Gomez,
Katrina Darlene Gomez,
Rochelle Candy Gomez,
Joanna Gomez Ramirez,
Donald Alexander Gonzalez,
Yanet Gonzalez Islas,
Candelaria Michelle Gonzalez,
Hector Samuel Gonzalez,
Julian Isaac Gonzalez,
Katrina Kelly Gonzalez,
Omar Anthony Gonzalez,
Brandon Nelson Grace,
Majesty Sophia Granados,
Noe Guanajuato,
Jonathan Guardiola,
Angel Guerrero Lopez,
Celia Jane Guinan,
Stephen Ivan Gurola,
Anais Gutierrez,
Jessica Clarissa Gutierrez,
Rubicelli Gutierrez,
Axel Yael Gutierrez de la Torre,
Guinevere Raquel Hagaratz,
Josiah Cleo Harrison,
Christopher Manjarez Hernandez,
Diana Aguilar Hernandez,
Eric Alexander Hernandez,
Hamed Hernandez,
Sebastian Hernandez,
Fernando Hernandez Bailon,
Anaí Hernandez Espiro,
Jocelyn Hernandez Gratz,
Valeria Herrera Castellanos,
Luis Enrique Herrera Ortiz,
Ricardo Jesus Honorato,
Aaron James Hosmer,
Aiden Christian Hosmer,
Viviana Nadine Hummel,
Angelie May Clam Illustrissimo,
Angelina Lizeth Iniguez,
Kenna Inprom,
Julin Itzel Inzunza,
Jazario Jarze Jarrett,
Ramon Jimenez,
Sergio Antonio Jimenez,
Delana Joy Johnson,
Jesus Angel Junco,
Jonathan Mitchell King,
Jennifer Guadalupe Lara Gonzalez,
Noe Antonio Lazaro,
Jose Luis Ledesma,
Soleil Ann Lewis,
Brian Renee Linares,
David Lopez,
Kelsey Isabel Lopez,
Marcos Enrique Lopez,
Rodrigo Jesus Lopez,
Natalie Lopez Galindo,
Evelyn Lopez Hernandez,
Jacqueline Lopez Llamas,
Rogelio Lopez Marquez,
Valerie Berenice Lucero,
Moises Macias,
Josiah Germain Mack,
Joanna Angelica Magana,
Alexandra Brianna Magnuson,
Nicole Garcia Manalato,
Angela Benita Mancera,
D. Marcos Andrew Mariscal,
Gabriela Marquez Gonzalez,
Helios Pang Martiminiakis,
Alexander Martinez,
Andrea Elizabeth Martinez,
Brandon Martinez,
Carlos Alfredo Martinez,
Caesar Martinez,
Jocelyn Martinez,
Josiah Andrew Madison,
Carlos Jesus Medina,
Andre Kayabyab Mejia,
Isis Jaira Mejia,
Taylor Maureen Milligan,
Adriana Mendoza,
Jacqueline Mendoza,
Jesus Anthony Mendoza,
Juan Daniel Mercado,
Daisy Susan Merchain,
Joanna Roeli Mestiola Labuen,
Jose Israel Meza,
Jessica Sierra Mike Lane,
Sandra Miramontes Castaneda,
Emily Michelle Miranda,
Fernando Manjarres,
Angel Manjarres Gallardo,
Luis Yahir Montano Hernandez,
Daniela Monteros Garcia,
Ivan Joel Mora,
Francisco Javier Morado Martinez,
Guillermo Munoz,
Abraham Jair Munoz Cisneros,
Christian Giovanni Munoz Nosolot,
Annabel Munoz Ramirez,
Jacqueline Murillo Rangel,
Cristobal Naranjo Delgado,
Sean Edward Neal,
Diana Guadalupe Nocelot,
Jasmine Monique Nsubaga,
Alejandro Isaac Nunez,
Urian Morelli Nunez Chavez,
Bernardo Nunez Galavis,
Jesse Ochoa,
Adriana Sofia Oliva,
Iraris Oros Soto,
Jorge Rafael Orozco Mata,
Santos Ortega Serrano,
Emily Ortiz,
Fernando Saul Ortiz,
Sofia Ortiz,
Larissa Osorio,
Alan Ovando,
Jade Carissa Padong,
Hugo Rene Padilla,
Matthew Robert Pice,
Samuel Philip Ayala Palato,
Diana Cristina Palma Rodriguez,
Marlene Iram Palomares,
Enrique Perez,
Jasmine Ophelia Perez,
Kenny Emmanuel Permuth de Leon,
Gwenicole Campasano Pitts,
Angel Plata,
Jamie Renee Pryor,
Luz Esperanza Quintanilla,
Tamara Liliana Quintanilla,
Andrea Ivana Quiros,
Angel Sebastian Perez Quiros,
Leslie Ramirez,
Lara Alejandra Ramirez Venegas,
Martin Ramirez Palacios,
Marcos Omar Ramos,
Tanya Alexandra Ramos,
Alazne Garabi Ramos Flores,
John Matthew Raven,
Jean-Pierre Rayners,
Antonio Resendez,
Gabriela Alejandra Reyes,
Leonardo Rincon Serrano,
Diana Rios Munoz,
Brandon Alexander Rivas,
Emily Morena Rivas Mendez,
Diego Armando Rivera,
Brenda Jeanette Rocha Cabriales,
Guy Enrique Rodriguez,
Jimena Rodriguez,
Kathleen Esperanza Rodriguez Quiros,
Alondra Lupita Rodriguez Solis,
Josue Francisco Rogel Reyes,
Jacqueline Nayeli Rojas Acevedo,
Victor Hugo Rojas Araujo,
Anthony Germain Romero,
Jasmine Marie Romero,
Cassandra Giselle Romo,
Kiera Rosas Esquivel,
Ivan Jesus Ruiz,
Alexis Lindsay Riles,
Angel Martin Salazar,
Ashley Denise Salazar,
Ivan Alejandro Salazar Velasquez,
Esperanza Salcedo,
Welly Barayos Salinas,
Benjamin Alberto Sanchez,
Jaime Gabriel Sanchez,
Janet Sanchez,
Leonardo Carrera Sanchez,
Christian Andreas Sanchez Campillo,
Brianna Sandoval,
Yvonne Sarai Santiago Lopez,
Chris Justin Santos,
Brandon Santos Avila,
Arturo Lopez Saucedo,
Joel Serrano,
Leslie Janelle Servin Ruiz,
Kennedy Ray Skrmitis,
Annika Chandel,
Konica Shondell,
Giovanna Itzel Silva,
Juan Emilio Silva Gomez,
D'Angelo Ray Simmons,
Braxton Neil Smith,
Brian Misael Solorio,
Diana Solorio Munoz,
Aldo Soriano,
Brian Giovanni Sosa Navarez,
Aliyah Tatiana Soto,
Brandon Jonathan Stein,
Melissa Tapia,
Jesus Lawel Cachol,
Edward Tobar,
Paulina Taloma Tepokstacatli,
Aunica Lene Torres,
Christian Daniel Torres Andrade,
Eric Valencia,
Fernando Antonio Valencia,
Brenda Rosario Garcia Vargas,
Esteban Vargas,
Evelyn Guadalupe Vargas,
Jesse Daniel Zatina Vasquez,
Jose Arturo Vasquez,
Justin Vasquez,
Montserrat Vasquez Bernal,
Stephanie Vasquez Castaneda,
Claudia Vega,
Jonathan Vega,
Margarita Vega,
Alexandra Marie Vega Rodriguez,
Natalie Joanna Velasquez Alvarez,
Fabiola E. Velasco,
Viridiana Velez,
Gracie Dioselin Vidal Ramos,
Gustavo Villa,
Alondra Yahaira Villa Espino,
Jimmy Villa Peregrina,
Francisco Jesus Villagrana Salas,
Christopher Villalba,
Joanna Daniela Villalba,
Maria Leslie Villalba,
Axel Alejandro Vilvazo Aguero,
Fatima Del Rocio Villegas Manjares,
Areli Abril Villegas Chapa,
Melissa Gabriela Wok Solorzano,
Edith Montserrat Zapata.
Congratulations, fellow graduates. On behalf of the class of 2020, I would also like to thank the parents, family members, school staff, and community for all that you have done for us. And now, I'd like to leave you with some personal remarks. Hello, class of 2020. My name is Sean Neal. I served as the 2019-2020 Executive President of ASB. and I would like to take a second to congratulate you all for making it to the biggest moment in our lives thus far. That deserves to be celebrated. Although I cannot be with you all physically, it is key that we take time to acknowledge all of the sleepless nights, headaches, studying, and maybe even sometimes the crying that it took to get here. The class of 2020 will go down in history, no doubt about it. But when you remember your senior year, I hope the good memories come to mind, because no pandemic can shake the spirit of this school and all of the love and sacrifice that goes on in our community. Lions fight hard, but we love even harder. As a freshman, one big thing you hear is not to take the time for granted, and boy, were those people right. It seems that in the blink of an eye, we got from the mannequin challenge in 2016 to all of the savage challenges TikTok has to offer. All challenges aside, we are moving on to the next chapters in our lives, whether that be attending a four-year university, a junior college, or going to the workforce, or both. If there's one thing I want you to take away from this, it is the fact that you made it. Don't let anyone take that away from you. You are a graduate, and that is something to be very proud of. In this next phase of our lives, it is important that we all take time to figure out who we are outside of school and what we want our lives to look like. I know one thing is for sure. As soon as CCHS opens up again, I will be here to say the proper goodbyes to the lovely people who have made these 4 years of our lives so incredible. I often think about the sacrifices that my parents had to make for me to get to this moment, and it makes me even prouder to be here. The world is not perfect, and I don't think I have to tell you that. But it is so important that we take the time to think about how lucky we are and how much opportunity we have. That being said, high school was no walk in the park. I think all of my teachers are witnesses of that, but it has been with their love and support that I was able to make it here. Hola, estudiantes, damas y caballeros. Me llamo Shanio y yo soy el presidente ejecutivo del ASB del año 2019 a 2020. Aunque sea rara la forma en que nos tenemos que celebrar este gran cumplido de tu graduado, quiero agradecerles por llegar aquí a este momento tan especial en nuestras vidas. Me llena el corazón de alegría con poder compartir este momento con ustedes. También quiero tomar un momento para agradecer todos los sacrificios de todas las familias que fueron necesarios para llegar aquí. En el clima de hoy es fácil perder la motivación, pero hay que recordar que nuestras vidas apenas van empezando y hay mucho más que lograr, y que todo se puede con el amor y el apoyo de la familia. Quiero agradecer a mi chula querida abuela que me quería matar porque le llevé tomatillos en vez de jitomate, por enseñarme que no importa lo que opina la gente, pero es importante ser feliz uno mismo y lo demás viene. I would like to take this time to say thank you. Thank you to all of our wonderful administrators that always seem to go that extra mile for us, especially the best team out there, Chavez and Howe. Thank you to the security guards that keep us safe and who I'm sure we will all miss dearly. Thank you to the wonderful lunch staff for keeping us fed and getting us through with energy on those heavy test days. Thank you to all of the office staff for being so nice and not shooing me away when I wanted to cheese me out or just have a chat. Thank you to all of the teachers who put up with all of the laughing for all of these years. I'm looking at you, Miss Wig. I would also like to take a special shout out to the best counselor in the world who none of the Heal kids would have lived without, Miss Fury. As your first 4-year graduating class at CCHS, I just want you to know how much we love and appreciate all you did for us. Thank you to all of the friends I've made, and if I named you all, we'd be watching this until it was time for the class of 2021. But I do want to give a special shout out to my homegirls that I could not have done this without. The weirdest person here besides me, good thing for jokes, right, Adriana? Daniela, Angeli, Kenna, Bianca, Jimena, and many more. Oh, fine, you too, Erin Garcia. No, but really, there's not enough thank yous to go around, and I hope you all know you have a special place in my heart. I want to say thank you to my mom, who from most people's perspective would say we were too close. I think she's just the best friend a person could have. To my dad, who has always done the best he could and shown me that I am loved. To my grandpa for always teaching me new things and reassuring me that I will go far. To my grandmother, who can sometimes be a pain in the neck, but I could not live without. And to my very supportive family who maybe talks too much, but I'll leave it at supportive. And lastly, in the words of Ray Bradley, you ain't gotta go home, but you can't stay here. Thank you and congratulations, Cathedral City High School grads. Lions Pride. The tassel ceremony and alma mater are the concluding elements of these commencement exercises. It would be customary for us graduates to now move the tassels on our caps from the left to the right side, signifying that we have graduated. Here at Cathedral City High School, however, we have followed our own unique tradition to acknowledge this special moment. Our first graduating class of 1994 began this tradition when they requested it involving others in the tassel turning. So tonight, holding true to that tradition, our graduates will ask someone who has been instrumental in their lives to share in this unique tradition and special moment by moving the tassels for them. And now, to continue a tradition, the singing of our alma mater by the CCHS Symphony Band and the CCHS Chamber Singers. Ladies and gentlemen, honored guests, faculty, and staff, I proudly present to you the newly graduated class of 2020.